Good morning and God bless. Welcome back to the Daily Bird Podcast. So for this episode, I just wanted to talk about something I found in the Bible. So I was reading Psalms, and eventually I made it to Psalms 110. And I read the Amplified Version, which says, "The Lord, Father, says to my Lord, the Messiah his Son, sit at my right hand, until I make your enemies a footstool for your feet, subjecting them into the complete submission." And I thought that this was really crazy, because not only does it speak about Jesus in the Old Testament, but it shows that Jesus is mentioned in the Old Testament. And if you read other versions, like the King James Version, it doesn't amplify it, of course. It only says, "The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand, until I make thine enemies thy footstool." And a lot of people may be like, well, this is not talking about Jesus. The only reason it says Messiah is because it's amplified. But you know what? There's actually proof of this as well, that it is Jesus. Because if you go to Hebrews 12:2, it says, "Looking to Jesus, the founder and perfecter of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is seated at the right hand of the throne of God." So who's seated at the right hand of the throne of God? Is Jesus. And what does this verse say? It says, "The Lord said unto my Lord." And Jesus is Lord. And he said, "Sit thou at my right hand." And this is a psalm of David, showing that Jesus is in the Old Testament. And that, to me, this just shows that, it's like for people that say that Jesus is not in the Old Testament, he's here. Show them Psalms 110, and then show them Hebrews 12:2. He's speaking of Jesus. And like I said, in the Amplified Version, it does amplify it, basically saying that is the Messiah. But in other versions where it doesn't say that, that's why I showed the other verse, which shows that this is Jesus that it's talking about. A lot of people think that Jesus is not mentioned in the Old Testament, but he is. And there's other verses, I'm sure, as well. But this is one, Psalms 110, that shows Jesus is in the Old Testament, not just the New Testament. That's what I wanted to speak about. God bless you guys.